Giants obviously have a chance to get healthy. We'll get back to the Jet stuff. It's the huge story of the day, of course, with Rodgers. But we're happy about this. Every single Tuesday here on the show, BT and Sal, we will chat with Adoree Jackson, cornerback for the G-Men. And it's brought to you by Pepsi. Football watching better with Pepsi. And by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. All right, Adoree, first of all, welcome to the fan. Welcome to BT and Sal. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. Now we pick apart the 40-0 loss. Let's get the pleasantries out. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, listen.
Come on.
I got you. Clearly not the way you guys wanted to start. Let me, I guess, did the film look worse or did the film look, better is not the right word, but was it actually worse than 40-0 when you guys dove into the film?
It's always that what Wink talks about. It's never as good as seems, never as bad as seems, but somewhere in the middle lies reality. And for us, we got to see a lot of the things that weren't to our standard and what we wanted to be and what we want to showcase. And, you see those things, you get those corrections, and you move on and just implement it tomorrow when we go in, to put on pads and go to work, do those corrections and get out there. Just play fast, play for each other, and just get the job done.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, you guys are paid pros. It's not high school. You got to get back in the lab, and we know you guys are very well coached. Dayball seems to be an emerging star. Wink is a star. I would think that on some level, maybe not. I'm not playing. I'm just sitting in a nice, cool studio, so maybe I'm off base. You tell me if you have to check me. Like to me, if it's like, I don't know, the Browns or Tennessee or somebody else that doesn't really matter to the Giants' big picture, like Dallas or Philly or the Commanders, but it's got to be amplified. And again, it counts as one loss. I get that. But that score on that stage, week one, the way Dallas has, I don't want to use the word owned, man. I'm just getting to know you here. But they've handled you guys for a long time, for a minute. I mean, it's got to be more painful than it was Dallas.
A loss is a loss. From that standpoint, don't want to lose regardless who the opponent is. But also, it's being a division game. It just has a different feeling, a different, beat to it when you look at it that standpoint. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, regardless of who it is. It's always to talk about a faceless opponent. But to go out there and to lose in the fashion that we did, just more embarrassing than anything.
Yeah, 40-0, there's no way to slice it, Adoree, when you look at it. Embarrassing to a point even you had your former teammate, Kadarius Toney, taking shots at you guys on social media. You paying any attention to what your former teammate had to say? I'm sure everybody's piling on, but him specifically?
No, I didn't even see that. What did he say?
He put out like a meme talking about maybe keep quiet, because he was getting some crap because he sucked on Thursday night, dropping balls everywhere for the Chiefs, costing them a game, and I guess he caught a lot of flack. So then he wanted to go back at the Giants and was kind of mocking you guys a little bit via social media.
Oh man, it's just the nature of the game that we play. When things are good, things are good. When things are bad, they're bad. So at the end of the day, we give people ammo to say and do things in their discretion. We lost that game, so at the end of the day, we can't fault anybody for saying anything about us. We didn't go out there and handle business the way we needed to handle it.
How about the rookie corners, Adoree? You're playing with a young secondary there. A lot's been made of it. I think it's been overhyped myself. Week one, you guys were behind it, with the offense not really doing what they were supposed to be doing in special teams. How are you feeling about your secondary there with the two rookie corners in particular?
I like our secondary a lot. It's a lot of things, like you said, when you go watch the tape, you see a lot of good things out there, things that they've done well. And then the secondary in general, it's just about building, keep stacking those days and trying to win each day. You come into work, winning your job, winning your one-on-one, and winning that rep or practice, whatever it may be. So I like the things that, we showcase, and it's a lot to improve on and build.
All right, so we're talking to Adoree Jackson, corner for the Giants, and we're lucky to have him all year. It's going to be fun. BT and Sal show here on the Fan. We'll get to know you. Trust me, we might scream a lot, but we're pretty fun guys. We'll have a good time.
I'm with it. We're going to have a great time for sure.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about, my man. I can already tell. All right, so it's ridiculous to get on the air and say must win as you guys go into week two. Understood. But there's got to be an appreciable spike in urgency based on what happened the other night. So when I look at the road for you guys at the Cardinals, they're still a pro team despite not many expectations, but then it's San Francisco, then it's the Bills, then it's Seattle, then it's at the Bills, at Miami. Like, do you view the first 5 weeks as kind of make or break season defining?
I view the first 5 weeks as a tale of who are we going to be as a team. I think you learn about yourself, you learn about the guys around you. Obviously, you know about who you are in OTAs and camp. But I think, the first couple games really gives a tell of who you're going to be and what you're going to be as a team. So excited for this run, excited for this 5-week journey, with the guys, and understanding that it's going to be a tell of who we want to be and what do we, want to showcase for ourselves.
And Adoree, it's funny you say that. BT and I were having this conversation. I've really talked about it for the last few years. The NFL is different now, where the preseason is useless. Nobody's playing in the preseason, and essentially the first few weeks of the regular season are kind of like the preseason, with teams getting a feel for what they are, but they happen to count. How do you feel as a player about what the preseason has become and how that impacts the first few weeks of the NFL season?
It's crazy because, I'm used to, 4 preseason games, going out there playing, and the last one you don't play. But, the other thing is, the first 4 weeks, it's all about the game really comes down to, miscues, mishaps, penalties, and different things like that. So you don't really get a tell of who you are. That didn't matter from this year or past years. It's always the first couple weeks you get to tell, what a team is and what they're about. And it's just about gelling and building, because you're actually going against, other guys, other teams, other players, and different things. So it's different, but at the same time, it's still football. You just got to go out there and put your best foot forward.
Yeah, and so speaking of different, going into last year, nobody really had high expectations for you guys. We didn't know what to expect in Tennessee, and Danny threw a rough pick, and Daboll lit him up, and Giant fans, even non-Giant fans, like, all right, we like this guy's fiery, and it worked out, and he represents us, so we like Daboll.
Right.
And Jones responded. You guys won in improbable fashion. You win a road playoff game, but really going back to the start, no expectations. This year, while the Jet expectations were through the roof with Rodgers, and you guys kind of had a chance to kind of sit shotgun and maybe lay in the weeds a little bit, there's still expectations based on the playoffs a year ago. Is that easier, or is that tougher as a pro? People kind of expect you guys to win games this year.
Like you said, it's expected of us, and I feel like when you have that, I guess, and since you say pressure, that's a good thing. I mean, someone or something has been expected of you, and in that sense, I see it, as a great weight to carry, on your shoulders, not just, for each other's organization, but for this city. So I don't look at it as a negative way or a bad way. It's something to take pride in and enjoy the moment. When you get an opportunity, you need to seize it, and you get that moment, take full advantage of it.
Adoree, how good do you think this defense can be? We've heard a lot about the Jets. You saw the Cowboys flying around everywhere. I feel like you guys are kind of being overlooked a little bit. And again, I know you got some young corners here, and people worried about the rookie corners, but I think this defense could be decent here with some of the additions you made. How good do you think this Giants defense can be this year?
Well, I think for us, as good as we want to be. I know that's probably a saying or a quote that you guys don't want to hear, but
yeah, come on, Adoree. Come on, give me something. On. You don't have to. How about 2,000 Ravens? You don't have to use the 85 Bears necessarily, but no, seriously.
How about the 2023 Jets?
Yeah, right.
Yes, that was funny. But you think about Wink and the great defense he's been a part of. A lot of different players on that team that's been a part of great defenses. You got Ashawn won a Super Bowl. Different players, won. And I think for us, it's about trying to implement and see the success that other teams have, but actually change our mindset and to do it our way and to do it the way that we know our players can execute and compete at a high level at. So, for us, I think the ceiling is, there is no ceiling, but the ceiling is high at the same time. We can go out there and do something special and be great, and it's just on us, each week, each day, keeping that mentality, not getting complacent, not letting pride get in the way, but having that sense of humbleness to go out there, understand that it's a job to be done, it's a job to go take.
Adoree, I know you got to focus on your own team, but, dude, how much did that suck last night watching Rodgers go down after the fourth play of the game?
No, so I didn't even see it. I just know when I turned on the game, I seen that he was out. So then I go on Twitter to see, all right, what was going on. And I seen it's just a bummer, especially, for the league, the type of player he is, for this league. And then just as a player in general and as a person, you never want to see something bad happen to anybody, regardless of who it is or what may be going on in life. You never want to wish anything bad, ill, or on someone. So to have that happen to him, prayers for him, up to him, praying for a speedy recovery and everything of that nature for him.
Maybe you don't really have an answer yet because it was a slick field the other night, but it's new turf, and I know the old turf was getting a lot of complaints. So do you feel like the change is now adequate, or do you think the turf's better?
For us, it was slippery. Even though I was watching the game last night, it was wet, a slick surface. But at the same time, I'm always going to be a big advocate for grass. Playing in the Coliseum, nothing but grass. Mm-hmm. Fell in love with that. But I obviously was on the West Coast playing. I know with the weather conditions. At the same time, I just feel like there's a lot of money being made in this league, a lot of money that's going around.
Yeah. And
I feel like at least you should be able to, take care of the fields, pay the extra maintenance, whatever it may be, paying the players, paying everybody else in the organization or whatever it may be. At least take care of the field that your players are representing you on as well.
You going to chip in? You going to sort of player fund, Adoree? You going to put into that?
I would.
Wow.
If I don't get to see it across the league, at least I get to see those in the future and those that come after me to be able to play on all grass fields.
Shows you how important it is.
Yeah, I like it that way. I like just being on that grass, just that different feel. I mean, when you grew up playing Pop Warner, high school, whatever it may be, college, you really didn't see too many turf fields. So it's just that it feels like football when you're playing on grass.
Well, plus, let's be honest, man. You want to be dirty. You want to have some mud stains, some grass, the eye black. You got to look like you play ball at the door. You know what I'm saying?
I take that instead of those turf burns.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, man, we're gonna let you roll. I have a sense we're gonna become buds. We'll hit you with the hard ones when we have to. We'll always be fair, but I need to know: are you Knicks or are you Nets? Because this will determine the depth of our eventual friendship and trust here. Who's your team?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a Knicks fan for the fact that my guy Derrick Rose. I grew up a Bulls fan. I grew up loving Derrick Rose. Plays for the Knicks. So, I took my talents to the Knicks to watch D. Rose.
All right,
good. There you go.
There's only one team in town.
That's right. That is,
and maybe only one football team in town now, Adoree.
Hey, bounce back, dude. I mean, you should mop the floor with these chumps, the Cardinals, man. I've expected a 3-touchdown win, man. This team's not good. You better get that dub out there, Adoree.
By the way, Adoree, do you even know who's quarterbacking for the Cardinals? Do you know who the quarterback is?
Yeah, Josh Dobbs.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. I had no idea.
He's been watching film,
I'm just making sure. All right.
Thanks,
good luck,
Adoree. Appreciate you, bud.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed one.
Yep, right. You too, man. All right. Now, listen.
How many people do you think could name the Cardinals quarterback? And now he should know it, but
yeah,
it doesn't really matter. Whoever it is going to be trying to pick one off.